What is up, guys? Welcome back to another video. This is going to be the Smite 9.1 bonus balance and 9.2 patch notes breakdown and discussion video. Got a lot of stuff in here, and it's actually a really crucial patch, which we're going to get into and talk about. A lot of shit I want to talk about, whether it's good or bad. Just a spoiler, a lot of it's kind of bad, so I warned you guys before we get into this. This is, like I said, it's a huge patch, and they had a real tall order to stand for this next patch, whether they actually deliver or they do not deliver. And we're going to find out what they did. We've got a brand new god. Got a welcome pass, which is a brand new thing. The viewer store skins. Got some new viewer store. Battle pass for the viewer store. Stuff like that. So some more Dharmic era skins. A little bit of balance. Not nearly enough balance. So if you guys like these types of videos, let me know by leaving a like, subscribing, sharing the video. Not going to be too much on screen, just going to kind of be the patch notes. We're going to talk about 8.1 or 9.1 bonus balance, and then we're going to go into 9.2, which is kind of the meat and potatoes of the next patch. So let's hop right into this. If you just want to tab out, listen to me talk in the background or whatever. Like I said, if you're already seeing the patch notes, not really going to be doing much on screen apart from just going through the patch notes with you guys and talking about it. 9.1 bonus balance, got some new skins. I'm going to tell you guys right now, like for both patches, the skins have been god-awful. These next two updates, the skin, like who we're getting for like gods, and like the skin quality is awful. Every single skin we're getting for the bonus balance, these skins are god-awful. Didn't Odin just get a skin? Didn't he just get a skin a while back? Why do we need these fucking weird skins? I just don't understand. Like, either the skins are really bad, or they're for gods that legit just got a skin. Like, what happened to them going to actually giving gods that never get skins, giving them skins? When was the last time Thoth has had a skin? Apuk, what else? Anubis actually has a good skin. He got one, like, I think 8 months ago, but it was awful. When was the last time we got an Anubis skin that was actually good? Jingwei, like, there's a bunch of gods in the game that just never seem to get skins. And if they do get skins, they're just god-awful, god shit, like, awful tier skins. I just don't understand. Didn't Arachne just get a skin, too? She just got a skin, like, I think, like, 5 or 6 months ago. Why is she getting another skin? Osiris, I think he just got a skin not too long ago. I think he got one. I know he got one with the Ninja Turtles. I can know you that was only about a year ago. I just don't understand. There's over 130 gods in the game, and they just take like the same 4 dozen fucking gods, and they just keep giving them skins over and over. And meanwhile, the rest of the entire game is just neglected. They just never get any skins. It's the same thing with paladins too. Like, I just don't understand. What is the mentality with high-res picking favorites of like characters in their games just to keep giving them skins over and over again? Like, I just don't understand. Is it really a money thing? Is it really a money thing? Like, I don't know. I really don't know. You can't tell me Smite's not making enough money to the point where they have to sit and give us, like, the same 4 dozen gods skins every other patch. You can't say that Smite's not making money. You cannot say that. If anything, they're probably the most profitable game that they have. So they're making plenty of money, and probably more than what they need to survive. I'm sorry. Also, I'm going to get into this too. There's going to be some stuff that I'm going to quickly skim over. I had somebody comment on the last time we did a patch notes breakdown. I think it was for 9.1 in the season patch. That I kind of skimmed over a bunch of stuff, and that what's the point of like a patch notes discussion if you're just going to skip half the stuff for a patch notes review? I'm sorry, bro, but if you guys want me to just discuss every single little thing, we will be sitting here for about like 3 hours. I'm sorry. I can't sit and discuss every single thing. I'm going to discuss the main stuff, but I'm not going to sit and discuss every single little change. Otherwise, we'll be here for 3 hours, and I'm sure you guys do not want to watch a 3-hour video, as do most people do not want to watch a 3-hour video. So, that one person that commented, there you go. I answered you specifically in a video. Hopefully, if you happen to see this. I doubt you still watch the channel. I'll be surprised if you actually see it. Item balance for the bonus balance, which goes live next week. Actually, the same day next week. Actually, Apex Legends Season 12 drops. Can tell you right now, I'll be playing Apex Legends over Smite next week. I can tell you that right now. We got some item changes. Like, I don't really know about any. Like, they fixed a bug with Sundering Siphon. Chaotic Beads is getting a bit of like a rework because now it doesn't deal true damage, it deals magical damage, which doesn't make sense. I don't even know why they're nerfing Chaotic Beads. I don't think it's that good. Meditation Cloak, all the Meditation Cloaks are getting nerfed. I really don't know why. They add all these new items to the game and then they go and nerf the shit out of the new items, the ones that don't even need to be nerfed. I don't understand why. Like, at least for me, like, I've been using Meditation Cloak a decent amount, and I don't think it's broken at all. I really don't. I think it's actually balanced the way it is right now in the live patch. I don't know why they're nerfing it. Warrior's Axe getting another nerf. Now this makes the item useless. So the item goes from being probably the most built starter item now to actually being probably the worst starter item in the game for solo laners. So you're taking 2 steps forward and 3 steps back now with nerfing a starter item. And now what everybody's actually doing now as well, like already on the live patch, nobody's even building Warrior's Axe. They're all building Sigil. So it's already pretty much useless on the live patch, and it's going to get another nerf now. So, again, I really want to know, do they actually know how to balance this game? Because that's the real thing with 9.2, which I'm going to save it for this next patch of notes for when we get to the 9.2 page. That's kind of where it is. Like, this is just a bonus balance. Like, I didn't expect much here anyways. The Crusher, for some reason, is getting nerfed. Like, I don't know why. I mean, I understand a lot of junglers build it, but, like, same time, a lot of ADCs build it. But instead of nerfing the specific ADCs that actually build the item, you're going to nerf the item and then affect 2 roles. That doesn't make sense. Like, I don't even think there's that many hunters that actually, or junglers that even build anyways. If anything, I think Jotum's is the item that needs to be nerfed. There's maybe, I don't know, a handful of junglers that actually build the item really good. The only reason it's really getting nerfed is because of the ADCs are building it, which just goes to show you how poor the balancing is. Wow, guys, here's some balance. Now, here's where I get into the positivity. Achilles finally getting nerfed. Is this enough, though? Like, here, there's a plus side and there's a downside to these balance changes. Once we get into these balance changes right here for this balance patch, or for the bonus balance for 9.1, or for the 9.1 update. Achilles finally getting nerfed. He is probably the most broken solo in the game right now. Like, legit, I think 90% of my games I see an Achilles in my matches. I really do. He is impossible to dive. He does fucking crazy damage. He's impossible to kill. He has a CC immune ult. You can't lock him down. He has an execute. He has a stun. He has crazy damage when you just build full tank. And this is all they're giving him. This is the only nerf they're giving him. Shield of Achilles, decrease the power scaling by 10%. You gotta be fucking kidding me. Oh my gosh. It goes to show you, like, I really want to know what the devs are actually thinking. It's coming to the point where, like, I'm not the only one that thinks this, but, like, the game is so far gone right now. I think the game right now, at least balance-wise, is in the worst state it's ever been in the last 2 seasons. And it's kind of just been on a downward decline ever for, like, the last, like, entire season of 8, and now we're to the point where we're starting season 9, and it's probably the worst it's ever been. Like, I really want to know, do the devs actually play their own game? Because it really doesn't feel like they do. Like, I really want to genuinely know if the devs actually play their own game. Because with the balance changes they implement for half of these gods, it's good, like, they're getting nerfed, like, it's a step in the right direction, but it's just not enough. And it just it doesn't fix the problem. Like, that's the problem with a lot of these balance changes. They nerf them, but it's not enough, and it doesn't fix the overall problem that the god is currently having with being fucking busted. Whether it's with an item or whether it's with a god, like, that's the problem we have. And I'll talk about that more once we get into the 9.2 page. Bastet, finally, it took 3 patches for them to finally nerf her lifesteal into the ground. And it's really sad, too, because I actually think this is not enough. She's still going to need to be nerfed again for probably another 2 patches before she's balanced. They're nerfing the damage on Huntress of the Bast, which is her ult, and then they're actually nerfing the lifesteal on all of her abilities with minions and everything like that. So, there you go. She's going to need to be nerfed probably another 2 patches because they just don't fucking nerf her enough for 1 patch. She's going to need some really consistent nerfs for the next 2 patches. Spoiler, they don't nerf her in 9.2, so that's already a flop. Camazotz, okay. I think this is more just for a higher tier play. I really don't even see Camazotz in, like, my mid-tier games. I'm a mid-tier, like, average player, guys. I don't even see Camazotz that much. Once in a while you'll see him, but they don't really do anything. I think this is more of like a high tier ranks nerf, or like high tier play nerf. Here's another questionable balance change. Fenrir. When was the last time you guys actually saw Fenrir in the jungle? Like, I haven't seen... I have not seen Fenrir played in any of my games. I don't even remember the last time I seen a Fenrir in the jungle, let alone even as a support. The one time I seen Fenrir being played in a support was in the SPL. So they're nerfing Fenrir based off of the games of the SPL. The 1% of players, 1% of players, you're making a balance change off of 1% of players. Meanwhile, we got like pretty much like half the junglers in the game right now are legit just fucking busted, broken. And you're over here nerfing Fenrir for no reason when he's not even that good to begin with. Like, he's average, like I wouldn't say he's bad, but compared to every other jungler in the game right now, like he's not even on the level of like half the junglers in the game. And then they're over here nerfing... I don't understand. They're nerfing his alls for whatever reason. Like, I don't understand. Gilgamesh, finally, it took 3 more patches to finally get Gilgamesh nerfs yet again. Will this make Gilgamesh balanced now? No, it won't, because they're just nerfing him because people are playing him in the jungle. Not because people are playing him solo. He's still going to be one of the best solo laners in the game, and that's what it's going to be because they just don't know how to nerf and balance the game. Another failed balance change is Amani. I don't even know why they're nerfing Amani. I really don't. I really don't. Every time I see Amani, like, I think she's just average. Like, I don't think she's insanely good. I think she's kind of just average. She's kind of more your easy to play hunter. Like, I don't even know why they're nerfing her. I really don't. Like, it's not really that much of a nerf, but like it's unneeded. And then we got Mulan. The most unneeded, like, weird fucking balance change, I think, out of the entire bonus balance patch. Why? Like, I want to know, you guys, in the comments down below, if you guys happen to make this part of the video, let me know in the comments down below, do you think Mulan, right now, before this patch goes live, this bonus balance next week, in the current patch right now, when the day I'm uploading this, which is on a Wednesday night, do you guys think Mulan is broken right now? Do you think she is busted? Meaning, she has no counterplay, or the majority of the time you see her, she just stomps games. I can tell you right now, the reason why people think Mulan is busted is because there are no other good solo laners. You got maybe, I don't know, 5 or 6 crazy good solo laners, and maybe a few guardians you can plop over in solo lane, and then the rest of them are just legit garbage. That's the problem right now. Like, is it really because Mulan is broken, or is it because there's just a lack of gods that can actually work in the solo lane because the rest aren't just fucking dog shit tier? I think that's what the real problem is. I really do. Like, I don't even think Mulan's broken. I just think it's because there's a lack of gods to actually be able to play in solo lane that are actually good. Mulan's good. Like, I don't think she's fucking broken or busted, though, like what people are saying. I really don't. I don't really struggle playing against her. I love playing her, but, like, maybe it's because I just play the shit out of her and she's my most played warrior. Maybe that's why I know how to check her and I know how to play into her. I don't know. Would love to hear what you guys think in the comments down below, because people are overreacting with Mulan right now, I really think. Everybody's saying she's broken, everybody's saying she's busted. Is it really because Mulan is busted, or is it just because she's good and there's not really any other solo laners apart from maybe 5, 6, maybe up to maybe 10, you could argue maybe 10 solo laners that are actually really, really good right now, and then the rest of them just being absolute just fucking god tier, like, awful? When was the last time you seen an Osiris, an Amaterasu, a Bellona, like, all these other solo laners just never get fucking played because they're dog shit tier compared to, like, 5 or 6 other ones? I just don't understand. I think it's a balance problem. That's why people think Mulan's broken. I just don't think Mulan is actually broken. I think it's just because of the state of the game right now and with how bad the balance is. It's a perception type thing. I really do. Let me know what you guys think in the comments down below. I'll be really interested to see what you guys think of if you guys think Mulan's busted or not. Here we go, guys. Got a brand new god coming into the game. It's actually new warrior, the Destroyer, 9.2, the Destroyer. New god, Shiva. Here's the part of the video where I kind of just skip over a lot of stuff. I know I'm going to probably piss some people off. I'm going to tell you guys right now, go look at the update show. Like, I have not played the god. I don't know what any of his abilities truly do apart from just reading a description. I have not played the god, so I can't tell you if he's any good or if if he feels good to play or anything. Like, I can just sit here and read all this stuff of what he does. But if I haven't played him, like, I can't give you guys an opinion on him. That's the problem. I know we've probably sitting here for like an extra 20 minutes after I read through all this stuff. Go check out the update show. He looks really cool. Like, he's a new warrior that has like a stance switch, and he actually is able to like buff himself and buff allies. I think he looks pretty cool. Like, I just don't. I think it's, at least for me, like, I just don't really care for how he looks. And he's probably going to be one of those warriors that just kind of goes under the radar for me. Like, he kind of reminds me of when Umoja got released. Like, Umoja got released, and I just didn't give a shit. And I never played Umoja, and I still never play Umoja at all. And I think it's going to be kind of one of those type of gods. Unless he's, like, absolutely broken on release, which I wouldn't be surprised. Because they don't know how to balance the game for shit. So you can't put that past him. He'll probably be broken on release, and then everybody will be playing him. I don't know. Check him out in the update show. He does look really cool. His kit looks insanely cool. Check him out. Here's where we get into the skins again, guys. Here's where we get to the skins. We got another Discordia skin. Didn't Discordia just get another a skin like 3 months ago? Why do we already have another Discordia skin? She just got a skin in the Battle Pass 3 months ago. And she has another skin in a chest. If there's anybody from like Titan Forge or anybody that works on Smite and you're one of the devs and you happen to see this video, please give me a detailed explanation in the comments down below on why you guys continue to just pretty much make skins for the same, I don't know, maybe 4 or 5 dozen gods, and you just rotate them out every other patch. I would really love to know, and really love to know your insight on why you guys do that, and then neglect like another 75% of the gods in the game, and maybe only give them like a few of them a skin every like 3 or 4 patches. They're lucky to get a skin. Kefri just got a skin not too long ago. He got a skin about 5 months ago, I'm pretty sure he did. I know for a fact he got one in the Monster Cat Battle Pass, which I don't know how long that was long ago, but I think he got one after that. There was another one. I forgot which one it was, though. Bastet just got one for Christmas. Bastet just got a skin for Christmas with the Elu&hive event, and she got another skin 2 months later. You can't make this shit up, guys. You cannot make this shit up. She just got a skin, and she's getting another one 2 months later. Nuwa just got a skin in the Battle Pass, and she got another skin, I think it was in one of the events, I think, recently. Yeah, am I either that or I'm thinking of somebody else? Again, why do we need a Nuwa skin? I don't know. Artemis, I don't know what their infatuation with Artemis is, I really don't. It feels like every, like, I think 3 or 4 patches, Artemis gets a skin. I really do. I feel like she has so many skins now. I really do. I don't know. I don't remember the exact last skin that she got, but at least I know it was pretty recent. It was within the last year. She's gotten a skin within the last year, guys. And some gods in the game that have been either released, have not had a skin yet, or have been in the game for years and haven't had a skin in more than a year. So, probably, there's some that are actually up to 2 years haven't had a skin. Mystic Moon Tsukiyomi. Didn't Tsukiyomi just get a skin? Didn't he just get a skin like 4 months ago with his Battle Blade skin? I think he actually got another skin after that too. Wasn't there like another skin that he had? I think it was in the Odyssey. Didn't he just get a skin? Why is he getting another one? And we got a thing called a Welcome Pass, which is kind of just for new players. Even if you actually, it's for pretty much everybody, but it's meant for new players. It's kind of like a Welcome Pass, but it's like a free version of a Battle Pass where you can just earn a bunch of recolors. Whatever. I can go off and it can just rant about why Nuwa and Kukulkan and Medusa and Cerberus are getting recolors over a lot of other gods too. But in reality, do you care, and are you ever going to use a recolor? Probably not. I'm not using a recolor. If I actually have an actual skin, like I use an actual skin over a recolor if that's what I have. I never use recolors unless that's the only thing I have. Really unfortunate too. Like I was expecting some really cool skins for like the bonus balance and for 9.2, and the skins really fell short. I think this might be, I think in the last 3 patches, these might probably be like the 2 weakest patches, at least skin wise for skins. Not even any good skins. There's not a single good skin that I would say go out of your way and buy. I really wouldn't. Like they're all really either average or they're just god awful. Unless you like a hot dog weenie skin, you like walking around in emoting with the emote they showed in the update show, where you bounce around on like a hot dog. You can go buy that for 200 or 1,200 crystals or whatever they want for it. Drop $20 on that if that's your thing. I don't think it's funny. I think that's actually a wasted skin. I really do. It was funny when they did Pool Noodle Cuckoo Khan and like Doodle Bob Raw. Those are the last two funny skins they did. Every other one afterwards been garbage. Quality of life changes, guys. Is there anything that fixed the crashing error and the crashing issues on the Switch here? Let's look. Is there any fixes here for the crashing issues on the Switch? Let's look in the bug fixes. No, there's not. There is not. There is not a single thing that... There's one for Xbox. That actually went live yesterday, though. I don't know why that's even on here. There is nothing on here that fixes the crashing problem and the infinite crashing or like infinite loading screen and disconnection screen when you try to load into a game. If you guys want to know what I'm talking about, there's a video on my channel where I actually made a dedicated video of the issue. So hopefully that somebody could see it from high res and they could get it fixed. It looks like I wasted my time on that video, but if you want to know what I mean, go check that out. It's live on the channel from about I think 2 months ago. Pretty much like you try to load into a game and then it won't load you into the game, and it'll either just infinitely crash every time you try to load up the game and try to load into a match, or it'll just spin on the loading screen and the loading into match screen for about 1.5 minutes and then send you back to the lobby screen saying player disconnected, and then it will not let you back into the game until the match is actually done. And then it gives you a 12 to 24 hour deserter penalty. That's pretty much the issue. There is nothing here that fixes that. That's a failure. Automatic failure for this patch. That's another patch that bug has been in the game. It's been in the game for pretty much the entirety of Season 8, and it's still not fixed an entire season later. That is fucking pathetic. What else we got? Got some... I'm not really even going to talk about these. Pretty much what they did, they delayed the spawn on the back harpies, so junglers can't hit level 2 as fast. There you go. Saved you guys 5 minutes. We got some slash changes. You guys think if they actually wanted to make slash decent, they would actually change the mode to a 4v4 and not a 5v5? They don't care. They don't care. If they really cared about slash and they wanted the game mode to be successful and not drop off after the first 3 months, because I guarantee you, after probably, I don't know, I'd say maybe after February, after the end of February, the mode is going to lose all its luster, and it's going to go right back to being pretty much unplayed. Guarantee you. If they actually wanted the mode to be decent and actually have a long lifespan, and if they actually cared about the new slash game mode, they would have changed it from a 5v5 to a 4v4, and they didn't do it, so who cares? Slash is awful. There you go. I mean, I still have fun in slash games, but it's just not good as a 5v5. It's not made for a 5v5. And until they change it to a 4v4 and they switch it from a 5v5 game mode, it's going to constantly be garbage. That's the problem with it. It is not meant to be a 5v5. It is a 4v4 mode, and that's what it needs to be. It doesn't make sense. Hopefully they get that through their head and they change it fast enough to the point before the game mode actually dies, and then they have a new failure on their hands. Got some relic nerfs for the tier 3 relics or whatever. Tier 2, tier 3 relics, whatever you call them. They actually nerf this because, believe it or not, guys, the rune relic, before the new relics got introduced to the game for Season 9, used to be one of the worst relics. Now, it's probably one of the best ones in the game. It goes to show you they don't know how to balance. They did not plan for that in the PTS. Why have a PTS if you aren't going to plan for that? Went from being probably the worst relic in the game to probably being the best relic for the entire 1 month the patch has been out for right now. Aegis getting a bit of a nerf. Calamitous Rod is getting a bit of a nerf, but a nerf buff, so it'll drop the meteor 0.5 seconds faster, but it doesn't do as much damage. Whatever. Bluestone, still going to be garbage. I just wish they would bring Bluestone Pendant back, because it makes... there's so many gods in the game that rely on Bluestone Pendant, and every time it's garbage, those gods never get played. They just never get played at all. And until Bluestone's actually balanced, which they don't seem to know how to balance Bluestone, I think they're just better off removing it from the game. I really am. They don't know how to balance it. It was good before they nerfed the shit out of it when it was first put into the game. And there was like 3 patches back to back that just absolutely nerfed the shit out of Bluestone. And it's been one of the worst starter items in the game ever since. It really has. It's garbage. This buff for 5 HP 5 is not going to do anything. It is not going to do anything. It's still going to be one of the worst starters in the game. This goes to show you, either they don't play their own game or they just don't know how to fucking balance. And they're just throwing darts at like a dartboard with like random balance changes and just putting them into the patch notes and putting it into the game. I just don't even think they actually play their own game. That's the problem with half of these balance changes. If they did, they would balance the game a lot better. Like, that was the thing we wanted going into 9.2. Like, I'm not the only one that thinks the balance for the game right now is probably the worst it's ever been. Like, there are so many people that are just really frustrated with how unbalanced the game is right now. They really are. And this 9.2 patch should not deliver at all balance-wise. If anything, it added more illogical, like, balance changes that did nothing, most of them. Either they did nothing or they just didn't make sense. That's the problem with most of this. Stone of Binding. Oh man, I can't wait to run into a Stone of Binding, Ola run or Freya. Can't wait to run into those again. Buffed Stone of Binding for supports, but instead of supports actually picking Stone of Binding up, it's going to be the magical ADCs. That's because it's what it's always been ever since the item got reworked. Titan's Bane getting a bit of a buff, finally, because it's been garbage. I don't even think there's anybody that builds Titan Bane. Probably one of the only good balance changes is Titan Bane. There you go. Titan's Bane got buffed, finally. One of the worst items finally got buffed. Way overdue, but it finally got it. Relic Dagger got a nerf, rightfully so. I actually think they need to put it down to 20 seconds. I think it's going to need another nerf. It's still overtuned. Here, at least for God balance changes. Here is the best God balance change of the entire 9.2 patch, guys. Jingwei finally getting some buffs. 3 patches back to back now, Jingwei has gotten some slight little buffs, which I'm happy for. The best balance change out of the entire patch, and probably out of the entire bonus balance and 9.2. 2-second cooldown on her Gust, which is her knockup. And then she got a 14-second down to a 12-second reduced cooldown on her too, which is her Explosive Bolts. Huge buffs, huge buffs. And that is coming from somebody that pretty much usually every time I'm playing ADC, I'm either playing like Soul or probably Jingwei, one of those two. So that's huge buffs in my opinion. At least for probably the best buffs out, like I said, out of the entire patch. That actually makes sense too because they nerfed the shit out of crit. And Jingwei really heavily relies on crits, so it makes sense. It actually makes sense. Wow, 1 balance change that makes sense, guys. Holy shit, a +1 to them. The devs finally thought of something decent. That made sense. And then we go back to being illogical again. Like, I don't understand. Why are they buffing Hera? Hera is so fucking such a pain in the ass to play against anyways. I think the real reason why Hera is just not really that good is because Argus just gets shredded by everybody with how much damage everybody does. I think if they want Hera to be good, they need to nerf the damage of, and nerf the items. She's never been... Like, the last time I think Hera was actually good was when, the starter items, were at, the OG starter items and boots were still in the game. Because at that point, everybody would just, at, level 5 and, up to, level 8 to level 10 would not, fucking 3-shot Argus. I think that's the problem. People just do so much damage right now, and the entire game's changed around her to where her ult's pretty much useless. The rest of her kit's pretty good, but her ult just sucks because it gets deleted in, 2 hits. And it's pretty much gone in the blink of an eye with how much damage everybody does. Especially mages, especially junglers, and especially the ADCs. I think that's the real problem with Hera. There's just too much damage in the game, and the entire game's changed around her, and she's just never changed herself. And she has not been good probably since, the start of Season 8. If I'm being 100% honest. I guess her ult's the worst thing about it. The rest of her kit's okay. The polymorph is still good. I don't know why they're buffing the damage on it. It's good the way it is. The main thing about her that's it's garbage is her ult. She's garbage. And she just gets doled really easy because junglers are broken. And as predicted, guys, they didn't nerf any of the junglers that actually mattered. They didn't nerf anything at all substantial, which I'll talk about in about a minute. Bakasura finally getting buffed. Still going to be one of the worst junglers in the game. I'm happy he's getting buffed, but he's still going to be god-awful. And just going based off of how none of the other junglers that are, like, absolutely fucking busted right now haven't got nerfed this patch at all, he's still going to be garbage. Until the majority of the other junglers get nerfed, Bakasura is going to be garbage. That is the problem. It's not because Bakasura is bad, it's because 99% of the other junglers are just fucking busted right now, that's why. Same with Ratatasker. The reason why Ratatasker is not good is because there's just no reason to pick him over anything else. Like 90% of the other junglers that do the same job as him and do pretty much the same thing, there's just no reason to pick him. That's the real problem with him. Kumbhakarna, probably one of the worst gods in the game, finally getting a buff. And what do? Instead of increasing his damage and decreasing his cooldowns or something that's substantial, they're going to give him, on his 3, they're going to make it so it has a 2-second at all ranks. That's it. Garbage. This goes to show you, like, I don't know if they actually play their own game. Like, do they actually play their own game? Kumbhakarna is still going to be one of the worst gods, if not probably the worst god in the game. Probably the worst support in the game still. Garbage. No reason to pick him, no reason to play him. Terra buffs, okay, whatever. Terra's kind of average right now, like, anyways. I don't think she's bad. Don't think she's crazy, but she's kind of average, whatever. Not going to complain too much. Hercules, probably one of the worst solo laners in the game, and this is all they're giving him. They're giving him a 10% damage scaling buff on his 2, which is his knockup. Gotta be kidding me. You can't make this shit up, guys. You cannot make this shit up. And that is legit all the balance we have. We have, what, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We have 7 gods that got balanced. We have 7 gods that got balanced. The majority of them are nerfs, and there's some that are slight buffs. 3 buffs, I think 4 nerfs. I don't know. Or something like that. I don't know. Not exactly. Not exactly. I don't know how many that... I know at least 3 of them got buffed. I don't know. Like, what I'm really asking is, like, where is the jungle nerfs? Like, I don't understand. Kleena, Ravana, what else? Fucking Wheelix is crazy right now. Like, what else? Kali, Loki. Like, I could probably go through, like, half the junglers in the game right now, and they're just legit broken. And then you have ones that are, like, legit awful still, like Fenrir, which I wouldn't say he's awful, but, like, he's just outclassed by pretty much every other jungler in the game that does his job. Then you have Bakasura and Rat, which actually got buffed this patch, but they're still going to be garbage because none of the other junglers got nerfed, so it doesn't make sense. There's still going to be no reason to use them or pick them over anything else. Set got nerfed into the ground. When was the last time you guys actually seen a Set in your ranked games? In the past 6 months, ever since he gotten the shit nerfed out of him 4 patches in a row. I don't know. I really don't know. There are so many fucking broken junglers in the game right now. I'm probably missing some as well. I'm probably missing some. I could probably pull up a list right now and go into the game, which I have on in the background. I probably can go in and actually look at what junglers are actually broken. Give you guys an entire list of all the junglers that needed to be nerfed and that are not in this tier list or in this patch notes. And make like an entire list of them that needed to be nerfed and they just aren't here. Same thing with solo laners. Where Sun Wukong, what else? Kukulkan, King Arthur is fucking crazy right now if you guys have actually been playing the game. Every single game I see a King Arthur now, and he fucking 3-shots you when he's building full damage. What happened to him? Oh yeah, tier 4 fucking glyphs for the solo laners, because that was a good idea. He can build full damage now, and he can fucking walk up to an ADC and 4-shot them as a tank. There you go, with 2 abilities. Because that's balanced, and that's somehow still in the game. I don't know. Then you have, like, there's some supports that are really good, like Ardio's still crazy, Cerberus is still crazy, Cthulhu's okay. Like, you have a handful of, like, supports that are just crazy right now as well. Kefri's insane. Like, that are just really good. You think they would get nerfed? No. And you have some that are just fucking god tier awful. Kuzenbo's awful. Like, I can name, like, a whole shit ton of, like, supports that are god-awful, or like god-awful that need to be buffed. Those ain't here. ADCs that are broken right now, like what? Cryptus, where's some Cryptus nerfs? Cryptus, what else? Ho Yi. Amani got nerfed, even though I don't think she needed a nerf. She's still insanely good. But, like, what else? Freya. There's no Freya nerfs here. She needed to be nerfed. Like, let's look at the 80 or the mages now. Morgan Le Fay busted. Raijin still fucking busted. Like I said, Freya, crazy still. I'm surprised they didn't nerf Sol again. She's still crazy good. Like, she's actually borderline fucking broken again still, even when she got nerfed like last patch. She's still crazy good. Like, I don't understand. Morgan, like the Morgan. You think they would nerf the Morgan again, because she's fucking crazy. She walks up to you in lane, and at level 5, she's walking up to you and probably 2-tapping you with her 1 and 2. Or with her, I think, yeah, with her 1 and 2. I don't know. I can go on like an entire rant of like what stuff right now is just fucking worthless too. Like, you got mages in the game that are like legit worthless. Like, when was the last time you guys seen an Anubis in your matches that actually did anything? Anubis is probably one of the worst gods in the game right now, and there's not even a single buff for him here. Hades is awful. Apuk is awful. Nox is still looking for a rework. Still hasn't got a rework. She's awful. I don't know what to tell you guys. I know it sounds like just a big rant towards the end of this, but like I'm really pissed with like the state of the game right now. I really am. I just wish they would balance the game. Fix the major issues with the game. Quit adding items and actually balance the fucking game, because it is so bad right now. It's been getting like this way for like ever since they got rid of the boots and got rid of the OG starters. And it started out then, and we're at the point now where it's just god awful. It really is. It was slowly going downhill, and now we're at the point where we are, where the entire game is just not good. I don't know. Same with the TTK. Like, I feel like I can't. I don't know about you guys, but like I feel like I can't do anything in my games. Like, once everybody hits like level 10 to level 12, if I'm caught out of position once, like I have no time to react for anything. If I move out of position once, or if I don't do a correct thing, like at the split second, I get fucking one-shot at like level 10 or level 12 by half the shit in the game. And that's including solo laners, including the majority of the Guardians. Athena should be on the nerf list as well. I forgot about her. Athena. Ymir. I don't know. I feel like that there's people that do too much damage. I really wish we can just go back to when we actually had boots in the game and actually had the OG starters, because that's when the game was the funnest. If I'm being completely honest with you guys, that's when I actually had the most fun with the game. I'm not saying I don't have fun with the game right now, and I'm going to quit playing it or anything. I still do enjoy the game, and the majority of the time, when I'm playing like at least a casual match, ranked has been awful lately, but like when I'm playing like a casual match, the majority of the time I do have fun because I just go in and I don't expect anything. If you go in with zero expectations, you can't expect anything. You'll at least have a decent time. Ranked, on the other hand, has been awful, but that's an entirely different video. We'll sit here for another 2 hours, but I'm going to get out of here. Let me know what you guys think in the comments down below. Appreciate you guys. If you guys made it this far, really appreciate it. Those of you guys that watched the entire videos, you guys are absolute poggers. Really appreciate it. I threw up a video earlier today talking about Bomb King and for Paladin's like champion teaser, for like a 5-minute video. If you guys missed that, go check it out. It's live on the channel right now. I'm going to get out of here. Hopefully you guys enjoyed. Let me know what you guys think of the patch and everything in the patch notes. The new gods, Shiva, the skins, everything like that in the comments down below. Apart from that, I'm going to get out of here. See you guys in a future video.